Oh no, somebody lost a shoe. To be completely honest, I have been dreading this stretch. I'm sure it's gonna be beautiful, but this will be the longest stretch, probably for the whole trail, that I'll go and not see Mom and Bratcher. It's a little over 70 miles. It's been hard for me to get my trail legs, being postpartum. I think breastfeeding, all of that stuff just kind of puts a toll on your body. I've got a lot of weight on my back with food and extra battery power. This is really what looks like the last of the hard stuff. It's for sure got some climbs. There's some longer water stretches. I think this is just the one that I knew would be the most physically and mentally challenging for me personally. So it's just kind of been hanging there in the shadows, you know, taunting me. I need to get my head out my you-know-what, focus on the beauty around me and the little victories that are in this section, like crossing mile 400 and the halfway point. This looks like columbine to me, that you see in Colorado, but yellow. Is there a yellow columbine? It's pretty. I just want to say, so far, this has been a beautifully well-maintained wilderness area. So whoever the trail maintainers are in this wilderness, man, props to y'all. I just crossed mile 400 and oh man, I wasn't just watching for it, and when I saw it down on the trail, it just made me cry. I think this trail has definitely been probably the most mentally challenging trail for me, just for a lot of different reasons. It took so many people supporting me for me to be able to even do this trail. Just for one person to be out here walking, and I'm just so grateful for that. I have felt every step of this 400 miles, physically, mentally, and obviously emotionally. All of the troubles, the skunk, the norovirus, all of that is just gonna make the end even more sweet. And if it's any indication how I felt crossing 400, I'm probably gonna cry like a baby when I get to the end too. Oh, good. Starting to worry there might not be water. Yay. Well, now that I've added about 15 extra pounds to my pack, let's walk 2 miles up this mountain. This is a nice treat for the end of the day and end of that climb, to be in the trees. Oh. I think that was a bald eagle. Ah! A wee moa, a wee moa, a wee moa, a wee moa. It was a tight squeeze, but I made it work. Well, another climb is behind me. I just got to the top of it. First climb of the day. It looks like I'll be kind of running a ridge or just up and downs. And then at the end of the day, I'll have another big-ish climb to a water source. And I want to try to make it 1.5 miles past that so that I'll be around 15 miles for the day. But I've been noticing the mountains just look a little different. I see more conifers, evergreens, and I know as I continue north that I'm going to be up at a higher elevation, so I assume that it will continue to be more shaded, and I know it's going to flatten out, but anyway, it just seems interesting that maybe I'm actually seeing that transition occur when I look at the mountains around me. Ooh, on a side trail to Bear Spring, oh, which is right here. But look at all these pretty green ferns. Things are so pretty near water. Butt Crack Mountain. I think he was hunting. I think he realized I was here. Only hikers. Just like yesterday evening, I just topped off all of my water capacity. So I've got like 6.5 liters. And I have a little bit more of the climb. Just 1 mile today, thankfully. to get to where I want to camp. Apparently there is a campsite that's like 1/10 of a mile north of this junction that I was just on to go to the spring, but it's got like a dead, burned tree. So people were like, probably don't want to stay here. I think I'll be at like 15.5 for the day once I walk about another mile. Nice flat spot. Big dead tree. It's got to come down at some point. So I'm gonna keep on walking. Oh wow. Ow. Oh. Hallelujah. Oh. Okay. This is beautiful. This is my campsite next to a rock wall. This might be the best view I've had on the Arizona Trail so far. There's a little stagnant pool. That means it's lunchtime. This is such a pet peeve because the desert is where balloons go to die. Now this one does say happy birthday, but I know a lot of times folks will release balloons in memory of loved ones, but maybe planting a tree or, you know, doing something that they love to do is a better memorial, because they don't go to heaven. They come to the desert or other places, and this is right near the river, I hope. It's supposed to be like 0.3 ahead. Anyway, I'm gonna hop off my soapbox now and go find my campsite, but I'm gonna pick this up and tote it out. I am not camping by the river anymore. Okay, it's way down there. So I'm going to fill up water and I am going to move along. Okay. I went another 0.6 miles from the river. Not like it can't travel that far, but it just made me feel better to not set up right there. Something I haven't mentioned yet, in between the last stretch and this stretch, I acquired some bear spray. Even though it seemed completely indifferent to me, it definitely turned and looked at me before walking away through the river. Just having this on my hip belt made me feel a little bit better. I'll be cuddling with this tonight. Wow. I really do feel like I got lucky seeing that bear, because I haven't seen a ton of wildlife on this trail, and I especially have never seen a brown black bear before, so I feel like I kind of won the lottery ticket there. And it's funny because in Payson, we've even seen elk in town, but I haven't seen any yet on trail. So, but I reckon there is still time. Ooh, now this is some nice water. We'll sit here and chug me a little bit of it. Hey, buddy. Why don't you live near the water trough in this nice grass? Here, look at that. There you go. It's 1:30 p.m. and it has definitely gotten toasty, so I'm pumping and was going to, relax in the shade and pump, but the gnats are absolutely insane today. Like, will not leave me alone. They're the ones that kind of bite. They remind me of like Midge's Light from Scotland. And anyway, getting in my ears and stuff, so I'm gonna have to pump and walk even in this heat, because sitting in the shade, it's just gonna drive me insane. And just like that, I have whooped the hardest half of the Arizona Trail. Well, even a little bit more than half, but hardest part of the Arizona Trail is freaking done. Onward. All of these wilderness areas back to back to back have been rough, and my body from this last stretch is beat up and I'm hungry and dehydrated, but I am finishing off this stretch strong with a 20-mile day. It's better to feel pain than nothing at all. The opposite of love's indifference. It has officially been 4 days since I have had any in-person human interaction. I am approaching the highway that goes to Pine, and as my friend Flamin' Hot texted me, apparently there is a saying, everything's fine after Pine. Finishing this stretch almost feels like I've already completed the trail. I know I still have a lot ahead of me, but it's just relieving to know that I've already tackled the toughest parts, with the exception of the Grand Canyon. I'm so happy to see you.
so happy to see you too. My poor baby.
I love you.
I got another scratch.
I love you.
I don't know how.